Good morning, Too Cool Stamping friends. We are back. Happy New Year! Here we are in 2020 for the very first live class for Too Cool Stamping. This is Angie, in case you don't know me. You can always check out our Facebook Live classes every Thursday at 9 a.m. Eastern Time right here on the Too Cool Stamping Facebook page. You can also see replays on my Too Cool Stamping website, and that's toocoolstamping.com, and you can see it on YouTube as well at my Too Cool Stamping channel. All right, there are so many things to talk about today because it is one of my favorite times of year. Coming up tomorrow, sale-a-bration starts. For any of you who've been stamping at any time, for any length of time at all, you know that sale-a-bration is a really awesome time of year because there's lots of free goodies and so many fun new products that we could play with as well. So I'm gonna just give you, I have some announcements. I'm sorry to take up some time with this, but there's so much going on. I wanna make sure that you know about everything that's happening. So again, tomorrow, sale-a-bration begins. It's January 3rd, 2020, and it lasts until the end of March. So we have a great big long time that we can play with all these brand new products and earn these products for free. And I'll give you all the details on that in a little bit, but I wanted to just do a few announcements while we're waiting on some of our friends to join us. So today, which is the 2nd of January, is the final day to order anything from the holiday catalog retired list. So if there's anything on there, any of your favorites that you didn't get a chance to get, this is the last day to get those. There are some products that are carrying over into the new catalog for next year, and also there's some products that won't be around for a little while, but then they'll be back next holiday season. You can get all of that information at my website, toocoolstamping.com, and just click on the link. There's a whole list of all of those products, but don't miss out on your favorites. They're going to be gone today. So as I mentioned, the new catalog's coming out tomorrow. We have lots of awesome new papers like we always do in the new catalog, as well as in the sale-a-bration flyer. There's some new designer series papers in there as well. And so I always do my paper share. I have that going on right now. You can sign up over at toocoolstamping.com, reserve your spot. I need groups of 8 people, and we share all of the new papers. That means you're going to get there's all 6x6 pieces, and you're going to get 96 sheets of paper. And the cool thing this time, I'm doing something a little bit different because usually I just, for each pack of paper you get 6 pieces, typically, because they're double-sided. I'm actually doing 2 of each style. So you can have one that you can use for one side and one that you can use for another. So there's going to be 12 sheets for each regular 12 by 12 paper pack. You'll get 12 6x6 sheets for that to represent that. So awesome samples, 96 sheets. It costs $26. We have several groups going right now. I think I need about 4 or 5 people to fill the next group. As soon as we get a group of 8, then I'll be able to order for that group, and I'll go ahead and invoice you at that time. You can get all the details at toocoolstamping.com. I will be placing my first orders tomorrow for the paper, and then I'll turn that around pretty quickly. So you can get your hands on that. It's a great way to just sample all the varieties before you place an order for any particular paper pack, so you can know what you're ordering. If you're a demonstrator, it's a great way to get a sample that you can show your customers. So it's just a really fun thing that I do each time we have a catalog that has dropped. So that's my paper share. Also, I've had several people asking this past week about my annual kickoff party. Are we doing the kickoff party? Yes, we are. So what is the kickoff party? Well, I do an annual sale-a-bration and mini catalog kickoff, and it's 20 different cards featuring tons of new product. I do it right here in Fort Wayne, Indiana. So it is a local event. So if you're not here in Fort Wayne, which I know the majority of you are not, I'm sorry, that's not going to be something that I'll have an online class kit for. There's just simply too many stamp sets and dies and everything represented. But if you are here in the Fort Wayne, Indiana area, we'll be having that. It's on January 26th. Mark your calendar. I'm going to have details on that coming up in the next couple of days. So check out my toocoolstamping.com blog for that. Okay, what else do we have going on? Let me just tell you a little bit about sale-a-bration. If you're not very familiar with that, there's 3 different ways that you can earn free products. So the first way is to place an order, and if you have either a $50 order or a $100 order, then you can earn free product. I do have, everything's going to be inside the sale-a-bration flyer, all the details for that, and all of the selections that you can choose from. Like I said, some of the products in here are earned by a $50 order, some for a $100 order. So I can't show you the inside of this until tomorrow, but you can definitely stop back at toocoolstamping.com. Tomorrow I'll have a PDF of the flyer, or you might already have it in your hands. If you're on my mailing list and requested, then you should be getting that in the mail. If you have not received it and you think you should have, let me know and I will follow up on that. If you still want a copy of the sale-a-bration flyer, just you can post a message on this Facebook page. Just send me a private message with your address. I'll be happy to send that to you, as long as you don't have any other demonstrator that you're already working with. So let me tell you a little bit. Oh, and just as a reminder, I'll also send out this mini catalog. This is our brand new mini catalog with tons and tons of new product in here. You're gonna love it, so I can send one of those out to you as well. Can't show you that yet either on the inside, but you may already have it in your hands. Anyway, let me get back to our sale-a-bration selection. So again, free items that you can select with any and every $50 or $100 order. So that will be fun to do. Also, when you host a workshop or place an individual order that is for $300 or more, then you'll get this really cute little ladybug stamp set. Isn't it adorable? I haven't started using it yet, but I've seen several swaps and super, super cute. So this is the stamp set that you'll get for a $300 order. We'll play with that throughout the whole promotion, and you'll get to see some fun samples of that. And then the third way that you can earn free products is with the starter kit. So when you join my team, you purchase the $99 starter kit. It's only $99 plus tax. So here in Indiana, for example, it's $105.93. That's your final price. And for that price, you get to select $125 worth of product, anything that you want. You also get free shipping on that order, and you get 3 additional bonus items just during the sale-a-bration promotion. So the first fun thing is kind of like my paper share, but it's not all the paper, but they do have a little paper sampler that gives you some paper samples from, I believe it's 6 different papers from the both the mini catalog and the sale-a-bration catalog. So you'll get this stack of 6x6 paper. That's when you purchase that starter kit, starting tomorrow through March 31st. Then you'll also get this adorable little paper trimmer. It's a personal mini paper trimmer, perfect for scrapbooking, if you go to crops or retreats. This is really handy for chopping down your photos, for just doing little card layers. It's just really, really handy, and it's so cute. Look how small it is. It's just a little bit bigger than my hand, and it is adorable. It's really sharp too. So that is another item that you get for free. And then the third item that you get for free during sale-a-bration, just for purchasing that $99 starter kit, is any free stamp set from any of the current catalogs. So, and that excludes host sets, obviously, and you are not able to select the sale-a-bration sets that already come free with orders, but any other stamp set in the entire annual catalog or mini catalog, and that can be at any price. And there's some ones that are kind of expensive, so you can really get a good deal there if you have some more expensive stamp set on your wish list. So again, you get all of that for $99 plus tax, and I just think that that is phenomenal. So that is just a quick rundown of what is happening for sale-a-bration. I don't want to spend a lot of time on that because we have lots of projects to get to, and I want to get to that. But I wanted to let you know that that is what's coming January 3rd, 2020, and that starts tomorrow. Okay, did I get everything? I think I did on my list. I had lots of things to talk to you about today. All right. I just want to welcome everybody. I see there's several people on there, and I'm not seeing comments today for some reason. I don't know why those aren't showing up, so I apologize if I'm missing anything important. Hopefully those are working. If you, maybe they're just, I don't know if maybe I just don't have a comment yet. If you're here and you want to wave to me. Let me see if my comments are working. It looks like they're not. So we're just going to move on, and I will answer all the comments after we're done with today's class. Okay, let's get started. I'm going to flip the camera around. Oh, let me tell you what we're going to be working on today. I'll flip you around first, and then I'll tell you so I can show you the products that we'll be featuring today. Okay, yes, the comments are working. We just haven't had anyone say hi yet. Hi, Kim. I see you now. Okay, hold on, everybody. We're going to change. Whoops. I'm getting a little rusty on how I'm flipping. Whoops, there we go. You don't do this for a couple of weeks and you get a little rusty. All right, and I did want to mention that today we are going to do 4 different projects, and I will have the live class kit available. I'll actually send out enough supplies to make 6 different cards, and I'll show you what those are. I'll explain a little bit more after we're done. But if you place an order for $35 or more using today's host code for the Birthday Bonanza Live Class Kit, I will send you that in the mail for free so that you can make the cards right along with me and this video. So the Birthday Bonanza Suite is one of my favorites, and I have to tell you, just to be honest, I'm not really into whimsical things very much. I'm usually an elegant type of card maker. I like things that are, pretty elegant and classy looking. But this Birthday Bonanza paper and stamp set really, really spoke to me, and I really, really love it. So, and it's great for kids, obviously, but it's great for kids of every age. I just find these 3 little characters are so, so cute. So it starts out with the Bonanza Buddies stamp set. You can purchase that separately, or you can purchase it in a bundle, and you'll get some of the dies. These dies are called the Bonanza Dies, and you'll get cut out for the koala, for the toucan, and also the lion. So it is absolutely so cute. It's a 2-step stamp set, so you actually will make a lot of these cute images that you see on the paper that also goes along with it. The paper is called Birthday Bonanza Designer Series paper, and I have to say, I've been using it so much, I only have like this piece. This is one of the samples I wanted to show you. This is the only piece I have left of this design because I love it so much. Anyway, so here's one with some balloons on the back. You have one with some of all the characters really small and some really cute stripes. And then you have the full characters. Excuse me. You have this cute lion and a coordinating sheet on the back. You have the koala and a really pretty coordinating paper on the back. And then the toucan. Oh my gosh, so cute. I love that he's holding the balloons. So adorable. And another coordinating paper. And then the final one is some candles. Anyone who's been with Stampin' Up! For a while, this looks kind of familiar. It kind of looks like some sale-a-bration paper that they had a while back. But that's really cute. And also some ice cream cones on the back. So much fun. Birthdays, I always like to think of birthdays at the beginning of the year, kind of get organized with who I'm sending cards to, and recommit to sending the cards because sometimes I don't get them all out there. But I love this paper. It's a great, fun birthday celebration set just to kick off sale-a-bration. So that's what we're going to be using today. And there's a couple other things in the suite too, and most of them we'll be using most of them. I'm not going to be using these, but I had to show you. These cute little pom-poms are absolutely adorable, and you can like put them on. Let me just show you really quick. The image that you can stamp is the same size image as the ones you'll see here on the Designer Series paper. But these little pom-poms, they're so cute because you can stick them right on top of the hat, or you can stick them, on the front of them or wherever. They're so cute. But we didn't use those on cards today, but I wanted to show you because I just love them. I love them. Okay, let's show you. let's get started with our projects. Let's see. So the first one, I'm just going to start making and we'll see it develop. We're going to start with a Coastal Cabana card stock, and it's 5.5 by 8.5, and it's scored at 4 1/4, just a traditional card base. We'll crease that. Let me move everything up just a teeny bit so I make sure that I'm in the camera here. There we go. All right, so here's our card base. We're gonna start building a background with some of that really pretty paper. So I'm gonna start with the stripes and just put some snail adhesive on the back of that. Whoops, it's getting extra sticky. So we'll put that right at the top. And then we're gonna use a coordinating piece. They're all coordinating, obviously, but this is my favorite one that I've almost don't have any more left of that because I've just been using it for swaps and all kinds of things. I need to, tomorrow I am buying several packs because I love it. So we're gonna add that to the bottom. And let me give you the measurements on there. You'll find that I have a little gap here. I'm gonna cover that up in a minute, but the reason I did that was because I made it 4 across and 3 high, and that's so you can really maximize your 12 by 12 sheet. So you can get a lot, you can get 12 pieces out of that. And then this piece is 4 by 2. So again, it's a really nice even rounded number so that you can get lots of pieces out of one sheet of paper. So if you're gonna make a lot of birthday cards, you can do kind of a mass production. We're gonna cover that up anyway with a 4 by 1/2 inch Bermuda Bay. Little piece here, just kind of cover the seam up. All right. Next, I'm going to start building a little focal point, and I paired this card, I paired the Sweet products up with some new dies that we're going to be getting that I love. I don't even remember what they go with. You can get them in a bundle. I didn't bring that to show you, but these dies are obviously they're so classic in their shape. I had to get them. They're called the Stitched So Sweetly dies, and we're going to use a couple of these layered today. I've already cut out a Coastal Cabana one. I love that shape. It's just such a pretty frame, and we're going to add that to the front of the card. And then I also have the layer that we're going to stamp on, and I just love how that fits so beautifully together. So that is a must-have on your wish list. You're going to definitely want that. Okay, we're gonna start out with the lion because he is my favorite and I love how this goes together. So we're gonna start out with Mango Melody, and this is a 2-step stamp process, and they're photopolymer, so that means they're see-through. You're gonna wanna use your paper piercing mat so you get a little bit of cushion underneath. And then we're just gonna stamp this guy just like this. So there's part of our lion. Next, we're gonna add his mane with terracotta tile. And we'll ink that up, tap, tap, tap. And then we're gonna look right down over the top. Hopefully I can get this lined up with the camera in the way, but if you could just look right down over the top, and kind of line the ears up. That's how I like to do it. Ta-da! So cute. So there's his mane, and you notice it put a little tail on there too. And then we're gonna finish him up by putting his face on there. So we have our Memento Black, and there's a little tiny stamp that has his eyes and his nose and his mouth and his little whiskers. There we go. Oh, look, he's kind of looking off to the side. Look how he has personality just because of where his eye placement is. I love that. And maybe he's rolling his eyes. I don't know. I hope not. Anyway, so cute. You add the eyes and it gives him personality. So we're going to just add this Coastal Cabana die with some snail. And I'll put that about right here. And then we're going to use some dimensionals to pop up our lion. All right, adorable. And then we're gonna have to dress him up a little bit because it is a sale-a-bration or a celebration. So we're gonna put a little party hat on him. So I have just a scrap piece of paper here, and I'm gonna stamp the birthday party hat in Bermuda Bay. And I'm also gonna stamp, let's see, I have the top of the party hat, if I can find it. Here it is. This is terracotta tile, and I'm just gonna stamp that on my scrap paper there. And then I'm gonna also stamp, you wouldn't have to do this, but I decided to do this just because I wanted a little bit more texture. I'm just gonna stamp that lion again and put a little face on him. So you can either stamp directly there, or I'm actually gonna do a little die cut. Put his little face on there. Oops, he's really looking over to the side too. And then I'm gonna use those die cuts to cut them out. So there's a die cut for that lion, there's a die cut for the top of that party hat, and then also for the party hat. So I'm gonna cut all of those out separate, which I've already done just to save some time. And I forgot that I didn't have a face on this little guy. So we'll see where his eyes end up. Kind of in the middle. He looks a little scared. Okay. Now again, you wouldn't have to do this extra little face, but I just wanted just a little extra pop up there, or a little extra layer. Just because I was going to be adding the party hat, and I didn't want that just to be the only layer that was extra. So I'm going to add this little hat over here. And then I'm going to use just a little glue dot for the little pom-pom. Again, you could use those cute little actual pom-poms. Those would look adorable. You could put one of those on top. If you did, just use a little dot of the multi-purpose glue. So there is our cute, excuse me, a cute little lion. We're gonna finish up with a little sentiment at the bottom. So there's lots of cute sentiments in here actually. We're gonna use Let's Celebrate You. There's an inside sentiment here, and then also happy birthday, and also a to from, so you can make cute little birthday tags. And that's really fun. You could put them on little gift bags and your presents and things. So I'm just stamping the Let's Celebrate You with the Memento Black, and then I'm cutting that out, punching that out with the classic label punch. All right, and we'll add that with a couple more dimensionals. Actually, I'm going to cut these in half. I was going to use mini, excuse me, mini dimensionals would work perfect here, but I forgot to bring them close to me. So you need to always have mini dimensionals on hand. They always are, you can always find little things like this that they're perfect for. So we'll finish up right here with a Let's Celebrate You. And of course we have to add, what do we have to add? A little bit of bling, you know we do. So one of the things that I love about this catalog, one of my favorite things, are these champagne rhinestones. They go perfectly with so many things. They're actually kind of a petal pink color, and they're just so pretty and elegant, but they really pick up the yellow, the mango melody in this particular, on this card. So you'll see that they also match this, even though they're kind of a petal pink. So I'm just gonna finish it up and have that little bling on there. What do you think about that? So that's our first card with the Birthday Bonanza Suite And I'll show you another, just really quick here. What did I do with it? So the other card that I did was this little toucan. I did the terracotta tile for the card base, a different pattern for the top in more of a mango melody style or color. And then I used that cute little miniature animals on the bottom, mango melody across the seam of that. The die cut is in Bermuda Bay. Then I layered the Whisper White. Instead of stamping directly on the piece, I actually stamped on a scrap piece of paper. I just used the Memento Black. That's going to make that really have a nice bold dark image that's filled in nicely, nice and solid. I colored it in with just some Stampin' Blends markers. I used the, let's see what I used. The Calypso Coral Light, the Dark Mango Melody, and also the Calypso or the Light Pumpkin Pie. So that's how I got all three of those cute little colors. And then you can die cut that with the dies. And then I added a So Saffron layer there with a Let's Celebrate You. So, and I put it in the middle just to have it a little bit different. But you can see it's pretty much the same. I put the little rhinestones at the top and the bottom instead. So two different ways, two cool ways that you can do that. I wanted to also point out that those dies also are going to work with the papers as well. So you can either stamp that toucan or you can actually die cut it right out of the paper and save yourself some time. That fits perfectly. So any of them that are faced this way are going to be, you can have those come out really easily. And there's also dies that match the lion. Like I said, they're exactly the same size. And the koala. So the dies will work for all three of those characters, which makes it kind of fun. All right, so that's our first card. And then we're going to have one more card that we're going to put together today. So the next one that I'm going to do is a really cute fancy fold. And we actually did this card the other day at our last Thursday's card class. And it is, this is a swap that I received from Julie Davison. She has done, the first time I ever saw this style of card, it was from her. I don't know if she originated it or what, but I know that she loves to make them, and I love what she does with that style. So Julie Davison sent me this as a card swap, and you just open it up, and it's so cute on the inside. I just love it. It's kind of a little fancy fold with a little pop-out circle. And I'm going to show you how easy it is to make that. The thing that I noticed and I want to tell you about, when you open this card up, you kind of have to treat it like a matchbook. So you want to pull this out and pull it up like that. When I first got it, and I've done this, and I don't know why I did it because I knew better, but I actually tried to pull it this way and pull it out of there, and you can see that I bent it. And I hate that. That makes me so sad. But anyway, so instead of trying to pull it out, you just kind of have to pull it this way. That's the best way to do it. So, but I love that. It has a little closure there. So let me show you how to make this. It's so easy, and it's so cute with this set because of the whimsy of the characters. So let me start with a Bermuda Bay sheet of paper. This is a 4 1/4 by 9 1/2, and we're going to score it at the 2 1/4 mark as well as the 6 1/2 mark. So it's not a traditional at all. I'll also have the measurements on my post after I'm done. I'll put those measurements on there so you'll have those. So to make that circle, it's so much easier than you would think. I am going to use the 2 1/4 circle punch. I flipped it over so that this is the side that has the 2 1/4. We were like this. I'm going to flip this over and make sure I have it on the side that I want it to be on. Actually, let me do it on this side. I'm doing it opposite that I did before. Okay, so this is the 2 1/4 score line. we're going to put this flush into the punch all the way down, and then you're going to line that up so that the center score is right, the score is right in the center there. So you have a nice easy punch. And then you can fold these, give it a little crease with your bone folder, like that. And that's the base. And isn't that easy? You don't have to do a lot of guessing. It's all pretty simple. So we're going to start adding some background papers on here. So first I'm going to add some paper, my cute little presents that I love so much. I barely found a little scrap that I can use for this demonstration. I'm going to put that across the front here. Next, I'm going to use this pretty Calypso Coral terracotta color. We'll put that on the bottom. This is a great way to showcase designer series papers if you have papers that you really love. This is a project that really shows how well they coordinate together. I'm going to add this little piece right across the bottom, just to kind of jazz it up. And then I'm also going to put a little ribbon. This ribbon also comes with a suite, a 1/4 inch Daffodil Delight ruched ribbon. I'm just going to add that right over the top here, around the card front, just to give it another little pop of color. I just love how all this stuff coordinates so well. Just a little double knot there. We'll trim the ends so that it looks like a little bow. Cute. Okay, now we're gonna stamp. We're kind of doing this inside out, aren't we? Let's do our focal point. Our focal point, I've already cut out a terracotta tile, and that's going to be the same 2 1/4 inch, so it's going to fit right in there. And then the next one I cut out was a 2 inch of white, and we're going to stamp the koala this time. We have to try every single character, don't you think? So this one is going to be in Smoky Slate, and I'm actually going to stamp that on another piece here. We're going to use this as a layer, but we're going to pop him up, so we want this to be on another piece. So there's our koala. And then just like the lion, he has a face as well that we're going to stamp with the Memento Black. And again, the placement of the eyes are going to kind of give him a personality, so we'll see what happens. Kind of has one eye up a little higher, a little bit of a googly eye. So there is our koala, and I'm actually going to cut that out with a die so that I have this. I've done that already. And we can go ahead and put these layers together. So I'm going to just adhere those together with snail. And then I'm going to pop this one up with some dimensionals. And then just like the lion, I did a little party hat for him as well. This time I did it in the Mango Melody and a little Bermuda Bay pom-pom. And I cut those out with the dies as well. So I'm going to cut this in half too. Again, this is where you would want to use the mini dimensionals that I forgot to bring over here, but that's going to work the best. Or you can just trim it. If you don't have minis, then you just trim it just like I am. Actually, I don't think we need one for that. We're going to use a glue dot. So let me put this little hat on. You notice that I put the dimensional up a little bit higher so that I can overlap the party hat a little bit. onto his head. And then again, we'll use a glue dot. Okay, so that's gonna fit right in here. So now we need to work on the inside because we need something to attach that to, and you'll see what I mean in a minute. Excuse me. So this is a 4x4 piece of Whisper White. We're going to add another koala to the inside here. So Smoky, excuse me, I'm losing my voice. Smoky Slate. We'll put him right here. And I think I'm gonna try something a little bit different on this one. I'm gonna have this one coming in, maybe right there. And you'll notice that I did get a little bit on my mat here. That's okay, that's gonna wash right off with some water. Next, I'm going to decorate it with some of the balloons. This has a lot of cute little decorative things, little presents that you can put together with bows and some balloons, and you can even do candles. So lots of little pieces here on the stamp set that are really fun. So I'm going to, whoops, before I forget, we gotta put faces on these koalas. Woo, he's looking clear over to the side. Cute. All right, so now we're gonna add some balloons to the side here. So we have that right there. And then we'll add some Mango Melody balloon first. We'll put this up here. And then the terracotta tile. And I'm just gonna overlap. That's how it was designed. And I have a brand new Simply Chamois for the new year. So I'm going to christen it with a little balloon. And we'll use Bermuda Bay for the last balloon. Such a fun and bright color combination. Adorable. Then we have our little sentiment, our little phrasing over here. We're gonna just add right here. It's almost as cute on the inside, or maybe even cuter than the outside. So this is gonna fit right in here. Now, one thing that I did not train very well at my last Thursday's class, and I learned a valuable lesson. Usually when you're adding a layer, you're gonna put all of the adhesive over the back, but when you do that, then you have a little piece right here where the adhesive is showing and it's gonna stick to everything. So we don't want that to happen. So be careful, you actually want to just put the snail on the inside, and you don't wanna go all the way to the edge because obviously you have a little bit of a border around it, but you're gonna stick that right on there. If you just put the snail on your card base, then you're not gonna have that be all sticky on the back. So there's the inside. Look at that, look how cute he is. That's so awesome. All right, sorry, I get really distracted by how cute things are sometimes. All right, so now we have this little spot right here, and for this one you want to just close that section, put your snail adhesive in there, and then use it like a little puzzle piece template. And that's how you do your top. Isn't that adorable? There's like 3 of them there. They're all having a party. And then we have one more thing on the outside that we want to do, and that is to make the closure. And the closure is just gonna be a piece of Whisper White. We're going to stamp with the Happy Birthday stamp in Memento Black. And then we'll punch that out, this time with the 1 3/8 inch circle punch. And then when we put this on, this little closure, it's going to overlap this because we want to catch that so that it closes nicely. So we want the dimensionals at the bottom of this piece. And you can actually just flip it over, do a little 180 this way so you know exactly how that's gonna close so that you don't put your dimensionals up too high. And there we go. So now we have that nice and closed. You just pull it apart and have that cute opening. Isn't that so clever? I love it. Julie Davison is just, she has such cute projects. All right, now I've lost my bling. Here we go. We got to add some of those champagne rhinestones here, of course. We'll add a couple down here in the medium size. And then, of course, we have to have one right up here on his little pom-pom. Adorable. What do you guys think? Super cute? I love it. Let me open it again so you can see the inside. And then I'll show you what next to Julie's card. I actually love hers. She did that lion just like we did on the previous card and put her party hat down here as the closure, the Let's Celebrate You across the front. And then on the inside, she did the happy birthday, and then she used that paper that had the candles. She just used a little strip of that just for a little pattern. I love how she finished that off with the designer series paper. And you'll notice that hers is on the right side, but you can put it on the right or left. Either way, really cute. All right, everybody, that's it for today's class. Let me tell you about our live class kit. Again, you can earn the live class kit when you place a $35 order or more using today's host code B939U64P. And you can go to toucoolstamping.com and find the shop now link right there. When you place your order, you'll get that live class kit, and I'm going to include all of the supplies to make these 2 cards as well as one more in all coordinating colors, as well as these 2 cards. And then I'll have a 3rd card in there that will be with some different designer series papers, and you can do it for the koala, or you can do however you want to, mix and match, whatever you wanted to do. So you're going to get 6 total cards, supplies to make 6 total cards. Obviously, just the cardstock and the designer series paper and the little rhinestones will be included. I'll have all the die cutting, so all these die cuts will be included. I'm just going to give you scrap paper for your characters, so you'll need to, because most likely you'll get the dies and you can cut those out, or you can just stamp directly on the background piece. But you'll get enough to make 6 total cards, all of these plus one more of each style. All right, everybody, I hope that you've enjoyed this class. I hope that you place an order and get your free live class so that you can join in and create these really cute cards along with me. And I really appreciate you being here. Be sure to join us next week, Thursday, 9 a.m. Eastern Time. We're going to be working on some more awesome projects featuring products from the mini catalog and sale-a-bration flyer. And I look forward to seeing you then. Until then, this is Angie with Too Cool Stamping. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.